Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, this is Lithium017 from my channel Nintendo Collecting 101, bringing you collecting tip number 27. This one's called Room to Grow. When you're collecting, you're going to eventually get a lot of stuff, and you're going to want to have a place to put it that you can grow into. If you completely take up all of your space right now, when you get more items, you're not going to know where to put them or how to display them or things like that. Definitely have in mind for the future, and definitely have some ideas about where you can put things when you buy more items. So for example, I show you all these N64 consoles, and these ones are all in one of my display hutches that I've talked about several times before, but all of the boxes for those consoles are here, somewhere on this massive wall that's just covered in N64 stuff. These boxes I can clearly just turn sideways and line all of them up above where that is there, above all the shelves, and eventually I'll probably do that as I collect more and more stuff and as my collection grows. I now have a couch now kind of covering part of the wall, got more seating area, but this entire shelf that's N64 stuff, I can definitely expand this just by displaying them in a different way. My room is pretty much at capacity. I have, I think, 10 shelves in here now. So I have a lot of room that I can grow into, but for example, entire side of the room, N64 stuff. These two shelves here are just games. So I can probably fit 500 games on here. And all of the games that you see here, all of the actual cartridges for Super Nintendo, what I'm going to eventually do is put all of those behind the boxes, because I can go at both sides of this shelf. So I'm going to do the same thing for the N64 games. And when I do that, I'm going to be able to grow my collection by another few, I guess a few rows and things like that, just to get a few more games on there. Right now I also have my Sega Genesis games, because I used to love Sega Genesis at the top. I can eventually remove those if I need to, or maybe put them on top and move the boxes somewhere else. My GameCube collection and my Wii collection, I eventually probably want this entire shelf here just to be GameCube stuff. Lots of controllers, and right now the way they're displayed is taking up the maximum amount of space. They're all facing me, and the box for the consoles taking up a lot of room. The Wii's I'll need to figure out what to do with those, because I have the 4 worldwide ones right now, but there might be more coming out. So definitely keep it in mind, how are you going to display them? I display them with the most space, basically. I take up the most space I can right now because I like the way they look, but I know when I get more items, I'm not leaving this room. This room is the extent of everything I can have. I have a hutch, another hutch if I haven't mentioned it before, that matches, and this one I'm going to put all the GameCube stuff in it, so all the 13 or 12 consoles worldwide and the 4 Nintendo Wii's, but I'm using one of the 2 of the Wii's right now. Definitely leave room to grow, and as you collect more things, you'll have places for them, or at least have an idea of where to put them. So this collecting tip obviously had to come after the one where I told you where to put a collection. Thanks for listening, guys. Feel free to subscribe, and have a great weekend.